Suguru Geto is the poorest billionaire, and what I mean by that is that it's undeniable his power is of the highest caliber, since he has gotten the special grade ranking and held it since he was a teenager, and he's called the strongest curse user of all time by the strongest himself, Gojo. But within this tier of the strongest with other special grade sorcerers, when you do the comparisons with Geto, he always seems to come up short. This is not to be confused with Kenjaku, since I think Kenjaku inside of Geto's body is way stronger than Geto himself, not only due to seemingly better knowledge on Geto's own curse technique, but possessing other curse techniques as well. In the Jujutsu Kaisen manga, only 4 different sorcerers have obtained the rank of special grade, that being Gojo, Geto, Yuki, and Yuta. There may be other sorcerers who fit the criteria for special grade, or wield special grade levels of power, but as for official rankings of the sorcerers, there are only 4. Like it's shown in the title and thumbnail today, I'm going to be going over everything within Geto's capabilities and explaining why he is the weakest special grade out of the 4 I listed. So just know, this does not count any potential special grades like Hikari, Kashimo, Ryu, or Uro. If any of those guys are stronger or weaker than Geto, it's not my goal to prove it with this video. Before we get started, I'd like to ask if you could leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. I have a few other JJK videos you can watch after you watch this one. The first thing I want to touch on is Geto's lack of a domain expansion, or seemingly at that. There are a few arguments that he actually does possess one, and arguments as to why he doesn't. I'm just going to give my full breakdown and opinion on it. During the events of JJK 0, we see that Geto doesn't use a domain expansion in his fight with Yuta and Rika. Although not using a domain expansion is not immediate proof that Geto doesn't have one, it does beg the question of, well, if he did have one, why didn't he use it to swing the fight in his favor? Even later on, when Kenjaku is saying that if Geto didn't split his forces he would have won during the night parade of 100 demons, he doesn't mention his domain, just the fact that he was lacking in curses. If Geto does possess a domain, why didn't he use it on Yuta instead of Maximum Uzumaki? At the time of JJK 0 at least, we know Rika is Yuta's curse technique as stated in the fanbook, and domain expansions negate and auto turn off curse techniques. So it would have been basically an instant win for Geto, who was put into a losing position due to Yuta's insane growth throughout the fight and Rika's awakening. I'm going to make kind of a bold claim here and say that I don't really think Gege had thought of domain expansions at the time of writing JJK 0. In case you didn't know, JJK 0 was published around a year or so before Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 1 was released, and back then Gege had no plans of turning it into a full-fledged manga. Not only is there no mention of domain expansions in the entire 4 chapters of JJK 0, there are no hints about them either while they are supposedly the peak of Jujutsu sorcery. It's also weird how Gojo doesn't put Miguel under Infinite Void to hurry and get him out of the way, but to be fair, Miguel had that rope that could mess with Infinity, and maybe Gojo just thought it would mess with his domain also, I guess. There are also weirder things in Jujutsu Kaisen, like Gojo saying it's impossible for him to kill Rika, him mentioning that he had to put his life on the line to stop Rika, and Geto thinking Rika is a power that can change the world despite Gojo being right there. Of course, all things have alternate interpretations, like maybe Gojo is saying Yuta can't exercise Rika, not necessarily saying that he can't do it himself, and I guess it's also possible he's lying to Yuta so he can learn how to control all of that power and join his team that we do know he wants to create full of strong individuals. Him saying that he'd put his life on the line to stop Rika could also just be him declaring how serious he was to taking Rika down and not letting her cause harm, not any admission of inferiority. And Geto thinking Rika could change the world might be because he actually has a way around Infinity and he thinks he can beat Gojo, but this is ultimately just wrong. It's even possible that Gojo just got stronger. I don't know. All I'm saying is JJK 0 has some weird stuff with it, so maybe domain expansions weren't thought of when Gege was writing that story. There are a certain group of people who think Kenjaku actually expanded Geto's domain, but I don't think this is the case for 2 reasons, and I'm pretty sure I'm correct on this. The curse technique that you put into the air in the case of Sukuna and Kenjaku, or barrier in the case of everyone else, is what gets burnt out and makes your technique hard to use, like Sukuna using Shrine in his Malevolent Shrine burnt out his Shrine Curse technique, but he can still use the 10 Shadows because that technique isn't on cooldown. Kenjaku's domain seemingly burnt out all of his curse techniques, even though the sure hit for the domain we saw was the reverse technique of Yuji's mom, the gravity that crushed Yuki. But despite this, cursed spirit manipulation was also burnt out. Kenjaku even says that he needs to replenish his curse techniques, plural. I think Kenjaku's domain imbues all of the curse techniques he has access to into it, and that he simply expanded his own domain. So one more argument that Geto has a domain is actually still to do with Kenjaku, but it's a statement he makes about the Jujutsu Society and how they give out ranks. According to Kenjaku, Yuki's curse technique alone is not enough to warrant the rank of special grade, so she must have a domain expansion with a high cursed energy output as a trump card in order to earn her that rank. This statement in a vacuum would lead you to believe that having a domain is required to achieve the rank of special grade, but that's not exactly true either, since we know that Yuta got special grade off of cursed energy alone with Rika. You also have to take into account that Kenjaku is making this statement about Yuki and how the things she showed so far wouldn't grant her the rank of special grade within the Jujutsu Society. In other words, while Star Rage is a great curse technique, it's not one worthy of the rank special grade. The rule does not follow for Geto. In chapter 203, Kenjaku talking to Choso actually tells us what the rank special grade signifies, and he says it's the ability to single-handedly overthrow nation. Viz actually fumbles this translation and says that Gojo and Geto use curse spirit manipulation, but what he actually says here is that it's obviously true for Satoru Gojo, but Suguru Geto can also wield a grotesque army through his curse spirit manipulation. Basically saying that Geto qualifies for special grade just off of the amount of curses he wields in his army. We know that around the time of JJK0, Geto had collected over 6,000 curses, and that at least 16 of them were special grade level. So I think most of the evidence we have sort of points to the conclusion that Geto does not have a domain, and despite them not being a thing in JJK0 or whatever, Gege probably put other statements and things into the story to cover that up. I think it's much hinted that Geto was good with his curse technique alone and wielding just sheer numbers. So as for if Geto has a domain, I'm just going to say no, but I do recognize that there is a possibility one could be written into the story for him, and I don't think it would be contrived or a plot hole or anything. I already think the non-existence of a domain for Geto is really bad when putting him up against other sorcerers of his same rank, but let's talk about Geto in Volume 0 versus Yuta in Volume 0. There's a statement from both Gege and Kenjaku about how had Geto not split his forces the night he fought Yuta, he would have won that fight. People often point to this statement to say that Geto is actually stronger than Yuta. I'd just like to point out that the context in which Kenjaku and Gege speak this in is very unclear. They don't specify whether or not this means Geto would have beaten Yuta before getting the hang of battle and learning how to use Rika, or if they're talking about Geto's maximum Uzumaki, which would have been, by my math, around 50% more powerful. Let me explain. Geto claims that he's going to send 1,000 curses to 2 specific locations, those being Shinjuku in Tokyo and the Jujutsu Sacred Land Kyoto. Geto then claims to Yuta that his maximum Uzumaki blast will contain 4,461 curses that he possesses. Doing the math, 2,000 is 44.81% of 4,461, so around a 50% stronger blast of maximum Uzumaki, and that's just a mid-ball. If the curses Geto sent out were pretty weak in comparison to the ones he shot in maximum Uzumaki, then this number would decrease from 44.81% stronger to some lower unquantifiable number. And if Geto has higher quality curses sent out, then the number would increase from 44.81% to some higher unquantifiable number. There's no real way to discern this in the series either, since the clash between Yuta and Geto isn't fully shown, so we can't imply a beam struggle went down Dragon Ball Z style or something like that. All we know is Geto got his arm blown off and that he survived, while Yuta did not get any of his limbs blown off, so Yuta obviously won the clash. I will say I personally think it implies Geto would have beaten Yuta before Yuta started getting the hang of things, though I do acknowledge that the interpretation that he could have possibly won the higher cursed energy clash with Yuta if he had all of his curses. There are some people though who even say that splitting his forces was not in reference to just his curses, but the people as well, Miguel and the other curse users with him. And just to defend Geto a little bit here, I mostly disagree with this interpretation looking at the context in which Kenjaku spoke this. He's saying to Yuji that the strength of cursed spirit manipulation lies in the great number of moves at my disposal. I wield multiple cursed spirits of semi-grade 1 and higher, and may simply release more when opponents solve the curse techniques and overcome them. Of course, I don't have to let that happen and may simply pile on attacks. After this, he starts barraging Yuji with caterpillar curses and makes the statement that last year, if Geto didn't split his forces, he would have won instead of Okotsu. I think this really just implies that he's talking about cursed spirit manipulation and the number of curses he had, and saying that Geto could have just piled on attacks at Yuta before he had any chance to adapt and learn. This next section was originally intended to defend Geto because I saw a lot of people saying that Geto didn't have reverse curse technique, so I went through and reread the fight with Yuta again, and I thought I found a statement that implied Geto did actually have reverse curse technique. Yuta asked Geto why he stopped attacking, and Geto's response is, healing requires an advanced reverse curse technique, distracting you gives me time. That seemed to imply to me upon first impression that Geto had reverse curse technique, but then I looked over it again and realized that not only did Geto not have anything to be healing from, in the previous few scenes, Yuta was the one using reverse curse technique to heal all of his friends. So then I thought, maybe Geto is saying Yuta is distracted with using RCT, so I went to go look at an alternate interpretation for Volume 0, and one of them says, a very complicated Jujutsu circuit is necessary for healing using curse power. Isn't it better to let you concentrate as much as possible? Which goes in line with the previous interpretation I just said, and doesn't lead to the conclusion that Geto has reverse curse technique. So I don't think he has it. Even ignoring the alternate translation, Geto has nothing to be healing from there, since no notable damage is anywhere on his body. And not only that, the only attack that he had landed on him is Inumaki's crumble away curse speech, which made him look like this, but I think this is just visual effect though, and even if it wasn't, Geto comes out of the crater perfectly fine, face and all, with not a scratch on him. So does that not mean he should have already finished healing with RCT if he had it? Anyway, just none of it adds up. It just seems like he doesn't have reverse curse technique. Before anyone brings up how Kenjaku can use reverse curse technique in Geto's body, that doesn't matter at all, since yeah, he is in Geto's body, but he's also his own person with his own set of skills and knowledge. Just because Kenjaku, who has the knowledge to do it, is in Geto's body doesn't necessarily mean that Geto can use reverse curse technique himself. Okay, so far we've established Geto probably doesn't have a domain expansion, and he also probably doesn't have reverse curse technique. Now let's talk about him versus current Yuta, and even though she's lost her life at this point in the story, Yuki that fought Kenjaku. We're going to start with Yuki because I've said Yuta's name far too much in this video already and I just want to break from it. Also, quick disclaimer, this isn't going to be some in-depth explanation of Yuki versus Geto or Yuta versus Geto. This is just going to be very concise, so I'm not here explaining things for another hour. Yuki does have a pretty clear shot at beating Geto, especially due to Geto lacking knowledge on her curse technique, which I'll use Kenjaku's lack of knowledge on to prove, since Kenjaku can access Geto's memories. So Yuki has tons of information on Geto while he has none on her. So Geto, who as proven in this video doesn't have reverse curse technique, if Yuki is to hit him with a Star Rage amped punch like she did with Kenjaku, he'd probably just die. Even if he could use domain expansion, if Yuki knocks his arms off, there wouldn't be any way for him to summon his domain. That brings me to point number 2. Yuki can use domain expansion while Geto can't. Not only do domains neutralize curse techniques so he wouldn't be able to summon any of his spirits inside her domain, Yuki is going to be getting a stat buff in there on top of sure hit attacks. The only reason I'm willing to exclude Yuki's domain here is that we don't exactly know what it does, but within the context of the Jujutsu world, Yuki can use that on him. Even if Geto could use Simple Domain, which there is no proof for at all, the domain would just keep stripping it away. And it's not like he has Falling Blossom emotion to help with that either, since he's not a descendant from one of the 3 great families, so he would have never learned it. On top of this, we see Yuki just straight up saying curse spirit manipulation doesn't work on her, while actively proving it against Kenjaku. The only time he manages to get her with it is when she's not expecting it, and it's using a move that we don't know Geto would think of or use, that being Tiny Uzumaki, and that's assuming he survives long enough for that to happen in the first place. Like I said, one punch like Yuki landed on Kenjaku at the beginning of the fight and Geto is done for. Also, Kenjaku and Geto probably have around the same physical stats. If not, Kenjaku is stronger through having provably better cursed energy control and understanding, even having better understanding of Geto's own curse technique than Geto himself, who seemingly never even figured out that you can extract the curse techniques from semi-grade 1 or higher curses that you absorb. Moving on to current Yuta, one of the same things I said for Yuki is true here too, that being if Yuta uses domain, there really isn't anything that Geto can do about it, but it's kind of even worse here since, at least by the versus standards, Yuta probably has the second most cursed energy right behind Sukuna, so having a stamina battle with Yuta is definitely not in Geto's best interest. We also learned that Ryu is a player in the Culling games with the highest output of all the players, so that should put him above Kenjaku in Geto's body, who is listed as Suguru Geto in the Culling games. This should include Maximum Uzumaki. Maximum Uzumaki turns curses into cursed energy and then shoots them out. So these are both blasts of cursed energy and Ryu has the higher amount put into it. Geto or Ryu have never been stated to have special properties about their cursed energy like Kashimo's electricity or Hikari's razor sharp edges. So we won't assume that they have any special properties. Meaning that Yuta, whose full output is only slightly beneath Ryu's, should have the higher output than Maximum Uzumaki as well. It doesn't matter the curses they possess because the limited output of Uzumaki's maximum is beneath Ryu's. So Yuta should be able to blast through anything Geto could shoot at him. Now, I did say I was willing to ignore Yuki's domain due to lack of knowing what it actually does, but I think I can theorize as to what Yuta's does just to push my point even further if you're not already convinced. We know that the technique put into your domain gets burnt out after using it, sort of like an engine overheating. So to go over what Yuta's domain curse technique is, all you have to do is see which technique was burnt out, which was copy, meaning that inside of his domain, we know that he can use copied curse techniques and seemingly his copy ability would be a sure hit somehow. But that's going way too deep into theory territory. Yuta could sure hit Thin Icebreaker, Curse Speech, or any other technique he copied inside that domain, and Geto has no defense against it. Also, same as with Yuki, Yuta should probably be relative to Geto in speed like he was in the past, or if not faster than him now, since he's grown as a sorcerer since they last fought. Then, like I mentioned, Gojo is a no-brainer. He should easily mop the floor with Geto, so yeah, that's why Geto is the weakest special grade.